Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm doing another romance recommendations and this one is on hockey romances. So I'm sorry if you can hear a really loud noise. They are doing laundry in the basement and today's my only day to film, so sorry about the background noise. I'm not exactly sure when this video is going up, but either the playoffs are happening right now or they're just over. I'm not exactly sure when this video is going up. But I love hockey and I do watch it every single year. I am a Montreal Canadiens fan, I'm a Habs fan through and through, and some of my favorite books are hockey romances. So I figured I would go ahead and recommend some for you guys today. I have 4 series and 1 standalone to recommend. These are some of my favorites, but also just some that I feel like a lot of people would like, especially if you're new to the sports romance, hockey romance genre. I do want to say for like my romance recommendation videos that these are not like all of the hockey romances that I've read and would recommend. These are just some. Like I just feel like if I mention too many in one video, like it's too much. But also let me know if you want me to change the way that I do my recommendation videos, where I should like recommend everything and just make the video super long. I don't know, let me know, because obviously I have more hockey romances to recommend than just the ones I'm talking about today. Same with like my mafia romances. I have so many more to recommend, but I don't know if I should just like put everything in one video or just like continuously put out more recommendations for like each genre. I don't know if that made sense. Anyways, let's get on with the recommendations. So my first hockey romance recommendation is obviously the Off Campus series by Elle Kennedy. I feel like I have to mention this series because it is one of my favorites, one of the best. I feel like everybody knows this series and loves it, so I feel like I have to recommend this series because it's an essential hockey romance to read, I feel like. So the first book is The Deal, the second book is The Mistake, the third book is The Score, and then the fourth book is The Goal. These are all of the like original AB covers. Elle Kennedy does have new covers for the series, which feature like all girls on the covers, which I think are really, really pretty. But when I first bought this series, like it was before the new covers came out, so I obviously had to keep collecting the same editions. So yeah, these are just the editions I have. There are newer editions of these books, but these are like the OG covers. So yeah, if you're confused as to why these look different than the new covers, these were the original covers. I don't think you can purchase these covers anymore. If you do want these ABS covers, I do believe you can try to buy them from Elle's website, but they're not available on like Amazon or anything like that anymore. I think you have to order them directly from her, or you have to put your name on like some sort of list to receive them, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. Anyways, so this entire series actually follows a like hockey team, sort of. They're all like a friend group and they're all hockey players on one team, and this is like a college new adult romance. The first book, The Deal, follows Hannah, who has had bad luck with guys and she is currently crushing on this guy and she wants him to notice her, so she kind of gets wrapped up with this other guy named Garrett, who is basically helping her make this other guy jealous, and I think she's helping him like study or something because he's kind of failing his classes, and they obviously fall in love. It's super cute and I highly recommend this series. Yeah, I love this series so much and I do consider it like one of my favorite series and an amazing hockey series. There's also a spin-off series for the Off Campus series. It's the Briar U series, which I will probably recommend in another hockey romance video in the future. Next, we have something a little different, and that is Pucked by Helena Hunting. This series is very different than like your typical hockey romances. This series is very hockey heavy, but the characters are so different and so unique to anything else I've kind of read in this genre, I guess. This is also a huge companion series. The first book is Pucked, book 2 is Pucked Up, Pucked Over, Forever Pucked, Pucked Off, and book 6 is Pucked Love. There's also quite a few novellas in this series as well. I haven't read all of them. I don't feel like you need to, but if you really love this series, you might want to do that. And Pucked Off is definitely my favorite in this series. This follows Lance and his romance. I love this one so much. It was just different than the other books in the series, and that's probably why I loved it the most. For sure my favorite in the series. But the first book, Pucked, follows Violet, who I think her stepbrother is a famous hockey player, and she's very familiar with Playboys and all of that, and she's not really into that. And then she meets the captain of the team, Alex, who is very much a playboy, and they have like one night together, and then she just thinks that's it, but he then keeps like texting her and calling her and like wanting to hang out. Things become more. Really cute, really fun, something really different from any other hockey series I've ever read before. Violet is a very interesting character. She is really fun and different. If you love a good comedy romance, like, I highly recommend this because Violet is just a different creature. Yeah, this series is super fun, and I totally recommend it if you want something light and funny yet has a great hockey aspect to it. And then we have the Brooklyn Bruisers series by Serena Bowen. This is another great hockey romance series. There are actually 5 books out right now. The 6th book is supposed to come out in the summer, I think. But the first 3 were published with Berkeley, and then the other 3 are self-published. But they do still all tie together and feature like the same characters and stuff. So the first book is Ricky Move. Book 2 is Hard Hitter. The 3rd one is Pipe Dreams. Book 4 is Brooklyn Air. And book 5 is Overnight Sensation. And book 6 has yet to come out, which is called Superfan. Book 1, Ricky Move, is probably my favorite in this series, but I still really enjoyed this entire series. And I think it's really fun and a great hockey romance. Ricky Move follows Leo, who is a hockey player, obviously, and him and Georgia were high school sweethearts, and then Georgia broke up with Leo after he, I think, was traded or when he was drafted, and now he's assigned to a new team, like a new franchise, and Georgia happens to be, I think, the publicist for the team. So this is like a second chance romance. It's super cute, really great. I loved all the characters, loved the romance. And yes, this is a fantastic hockey romance series. I really loved it. The next one I have is a standalone, and that is The Good Luck Charm by Helena Hunting. I feel like this is one of the only hockey romances I've ever read that it's a standalone, that there's no sequel featuring other characters, which I find is so weird. I feel like every time I read a hockey romance, like, it's a long series with other players and stuff. But this is a standalone. This is also another second chance romance. This follows Lila and Ethan, who were high school sweethearts. He got drafted to this team shortly after high school, or in college, I think, maybe. Because of the long distance, Ethan breaks up with Lila, and now 8 years later, he is traded to his home city team, and he runs into Lila, and they sort of start things back up together, and it's super cute. I really loved this. It was one of my favorite books of last year, and just a solid second chance romance with a great mix of hockey. I just loved it. And then the last hockey romance I have to recommend for this video is the Cold Fury hockey series by Sawyer Bennett. This series is extremely long, but I really love it, and I think even if you don't read this series in order, like, you're still gonna find a really good hockey romance within all of these. There are 11 books in the series, and then there's also a spin-off series, which again I'll probably recommend in another hockey romance video. Yeah, these are all companion books, so you don't have to read them in order either, but I do recommend that you do. It's just funner that way. So the first book is Alex, Garrett, Zach, Riker, Hawk, Max, Roman, Lucas, Van, Reed, Marek. I actually can't tell you like which one's my favorite in the series because I read the first book back in like 2015, so I can't like really remember how I felt about like the first 3 or 4 because I read them so long ago compared to like the recent ones that she released. But I think in general, like, I just really love this series. So the first book follows Alex, who is a very tough, closed off kind of guy, and he is taking a hit to his reputation, and I believe his management want him to clean up his act a little bit. So he has to take part in this like social work situation, and he there meets our female character Sutton, who is a social worker. Yeah, I really enjoyed this book and this series. Great romance, great hockey storytelling. Sawyer Bennett is actually really good at writing hockey romances as well. She's very like informative with them, as well as Elle Kennedy and Sawyer Bennett. Like they're really great at writing the like hockey politics, which is something I really appreciate when authors actually get it right. It's great. So yes, those were all the hockey romances that I had to recommend for this video. I will have more to recommend in the future, so if you've already read these ones, I'm sorry, but I will have more in the future. But if you wanted to leave some recommendations of hockey romances down below, go ahead, because I'm always looking for new ones as well. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.